What's up, deckheads? Welcome back to MTG with me. It's the Gainswalker. I hope you've been having a great weekend. I'm going to do a draft today, traditional, of course, for Middle Earth, the Lord of the Rings set. Been having fun with that, and I'm trying to climb those gems, get more of those gems. So let's go ahead and do that. I think it's in the recent, okay. Traditional draft, Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth. Here we go. To gem or to coin? I think to coin, because now we're trying to get everything to gems. At least until another chromatic cube comes out, we can rock that out, get some more coins from our gems. But until then, we'll keep going this way until we have to use the gems. It's been a pretty fun set. A lot of good cards out there. Basically, everything's trying to utilize the ring tempt mechanic, where you get 4 of those, and basically whomever you put the ring on becomes a legendary and has all these other abilities, and plenty of things that go with legendary type creatures. And overall, I think it's pretty fun. It allows the gameplay to go in a lot of different directions than you would normally think about, which just helps when you're playing to, I don't know, expand your thought on the variety of ways that you could win in the game of Magic. A lot of people like to go fly over the top and get through, but even that first step on when the ring tempts you, creatures with greater power can't block you, really kind of change up the way you think about how you play the game. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Fairly new channel, free to play player. If you've been watching, you already know. Everything I get is through packs, drafts, or crafting from materials gained through those. But let's see who's on. Looks like a slow Sunday morning. Well, afternoon now. Last time we did a Naya deck. That was pretty good. I'm a fan of that 1-drop Scry 3. Reveal the top card of its creature, draw it card. Just because it adds to all those other cards that have, if you draw your second card each turn, go ahead and put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So if you have 2 of those on your opponent's turn, you could take advantage of that. And then on your turn, if the ring is tempted you even just 1 time, well, no, it's 2 times for that, you draw a card and discard a card. So plenty of ways to benefit from that. So if you see cards that say, if you draw your second card this turn, do something, those are pretty powerful in the draft. So keep an eye out for those. Ooh, one more. We're getting some people here. Had some pretty fun games in the standard ranked video that I put out yesterday, so check that out if you haven't seen that yet. I'm diving right in. Let's check it out. 3 more. Waiting on 3. Alright, here we go. Nice. We had Elwyn last time. I think that that's a really good card, especially with there's like a card that you can blink it with. This one's very important when you read it. It says, when this enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls with greater power. There's plenty of things with greater power 4 or more. So putting this in the battlefield is great. Legendary creatures gain protection from that creature's color. So you can save to play this till about a mid to late. If somebody's playing mono color, you just walk right through for lethal damage. Exile the problem, the main blocker. And if you can blink it, just keep exiling the problems. So I like that. We're going to take out one for sure. And I'm a Boros guy. You already know that. Boros is such a strong color combo. Let's see. What is this? Lost Isle Calling. 2-drop. Whenever you scry, put a verse counter on it. 6, exile, draw a card for each verse counter. If it had 7 or more verse counters on it, take an extra turn. Oh, maybe we go American. That's honestly not bad. Ooh, but then how do I scry? That'd have to be like a 4-color. Oh, that's tough. Alright, let's think about this. What else is in here that I would want to play? Boros colors. Create a treasure token, amass orcs. Okay. Target creature gets flying. Untap it. +1/+3. That's a pretty solid card. But aside from that, we're not seeing much. Inherited envelope's good. We're going to take Lost Isle. We're going to look at an American thing. But whenever you scry, there's plenty of scry for blue. Elven Farsight, though. Woo. Stalwarts of Osgiliath. This is one of the cards that gets the +1/+1 counter. It also has an ETB ring temp, so that's pretty cool. I think we grab that. Even though I really want that Elven Farsight, it's not an American color, so it might pull us away. Oh, maybe we don't use Elwyn. I don't know. That's a tough call. Let's grab the creature for now. We'll hope to see Elven Farsight if we see other green cards that we could use. What is this? When this becomes blocked, choose one, create a treasure token. That's nice. Target opponent gains control of target horse you control. If they do, remove this and create 3 treasure tokens. What? That's so weird. Book of Miserable, amass orcs, okay. This guy creates a creates a food token and +1/+1 for each food. That's okay. 1 tap, add 2 mana, and any combination of colors, only for legendary. That's kind of cool. But I prefer the 3-drop ring temp and mana fixing. Shadowfax, nice. Alright, so this is cool. Horses have haste. Whenever Shadowfax, Lord of Horses, attacks, put a creature card with lesser power from your hand on the battlefield tapped and attacking. Imagine doing a Shadowfax AON. That's a good move. So we're definitely going to take Shadowfax. And that's an uncommon? What? Yeah, if we see more of those, we will pick up Shadowfax. Storm of Saruman. 6-drop, ward 3. Whenever you cast your second spell, each turn copy it, except the copy isn't legendary. You may choose new targets for the copy. That, my friend, sounds amazing. Because we could play Aelwyn. It wouldn't be legendary. You get 2 of those coming out hot. Or 2 Shadowfaxes. And then 2 more things coming out hot. We are doing an American deck. That's what we're doing. Gimli, indestructible as long as 2 more creatures died under your control this turn. That's kind of weird because combat happens all at the same time. So what do you mean? Like he'll die, but they died and then he gets the benefit? That doesn't make sense. Bewitching Leechcraft is great against amass orcs. And if they don't have any +1/+1 counters, it just removes a problem. So we're going to grab that. Alright, we are looking at Esquire or Nimble Hobbit. Whenever a Nimble Hobbit attacks, you may sacrifice a food or pay 3 when you do tap target creature and opponent controls. That's cool. That'll help us get around some problems. This helps us buff, but this gets around a problem. So I like that. Okay, so we're basically looking at these 2. Target creature is base power 5/5, ring temp. Let's do Leechcraft, because it's better to solve a problem for a while, not just do something good one turn. Create treasure token, amass orcs 2. Draw a card, discard a card. I think that'll help, because we've got stalwarts. More draw each turn, the better. Even if we can't do ring temp stuff. Excuse me. Target creature gets +3/+2. If it's legendary, it also gains trample. Or destroy target artifact or land. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. What? That's disgusting. It doesn't even give them another land. It's just destroy. And creatures without flying can't block. That's most creatures. That's kind of dumb. Ooh, let's get the Citadel. 1 tap, add 2. So you're still ramping with that. I guess we'll get the tree folk so that people don't get that. And we'll move that down. Grab the bow, move that down. 1/1 menace, 4/3 for 4, ETB ring tap. Oh, there it is. Slip on the ring. That will help us out a lot. So we could do Shadowfax. Whenever this attacks, you may put a creature card with lesser mana from your hand, battlefield tapped and attacking. So that's good. We can shake things. We can blink AON. We could do a lot. See what else we got. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend it to cast an instant or sorcery. That's not that great. Whenever a creature in opponent control dies, 1 damage to that controller. Okay. Eagles of the North would be the next one. So we'll get Slip on the Ring and Eagles on the North if that comes back around. Good pulls so far. This is nuts. All right, let's see what else we got. Scroll of Isildur. 3-drop, gain control of up to 1 target artifact for as long as you control this. Ring temps. Tap up to 2 creatures. Put a stun counter on each of them. That's the one we're going to draw a card for each tapped creature an opponent controls. That's so good. I like that. That's going to be fun to play. We're definitely going to play that. I mean, what is this? 3-drop. Rosie Cotton of South Lane. 3-drop. ETB, create a food token. Whenever you create a token, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control other than Rosie. Okay, so it's not just a food token, it's any token. So we'll keep that in mind if we see things that have tokens when they enter. I like that. We'll do that. Our curve is pretty strong. 6 creatures, but it's mainly 2 drops and then slow climb. So we're doing okay with our curve. Elrond. Whenever this or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. If it's the second time ring tap, that's going to help us with some of the other stuff. Like there was one, what is it? This one, whenever you scry, put a verse counter on it, so that'll help with that. Hobbit's Sting is great, we'll grab that next turn. 1-drop, draw a card, ring temp is also good. Plenty of good stuff. Since we're not going really big, strong creatures, though, we need to make sure whatever we are getting is something that can help mitigate big creature defense. Okay, what is this? Put up to 1 target instant or sorcery. Graveyard on the top of your library. Ooh, I hate that. Oh, nice. Cannot pass. Destroy target creature that blocked or was blocked by a legendary. That's very useful. We're building a pretty strong deck right now. Only specific CMC is Storm of Saruman, but it's not that bad. Trample Oliphant is a 6/4 mountain cycling, give +2/+0 on trample. And it's just a 1 other target creature. I think we grab him for some high CMC stuff. The Willow Wind is not that great. ETB Scry 2, 3/4 flyer for 5. Not good. Oliphant's the way to go. Another Oliphant. It's got mountain cycling, so that'll help us with the mana fixing. I like that. I mean, there is a 4-drop, 4/3 ring temp. That's not too bad. 2-drop, tap target creature, scry 1, draw a card. There's value in that, but I think we already have better non-creatures. And how many? We have 9. Plenty to choose from. Let's grab Oliphant. We're on pack 2, and we've got a crazy deck already. Creature count's low at 9, so we gotta focus on creatures the rest of it. Unless something's just amazing. Looks like we're getting this. Whenever you scry, gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Can't be blocked. Oh! Nice. We're definitely going to be doing some scry action. Alright, so We are Azurius Splash Mountain. So really American deck, but mainly Azurius. We'll keep that in mind. So if we see red creatures and blue creatures or white creatures, we're going to put the red at the end of the list. Unless it's high CMC. Like this is mid, that's fine. Additional caster cost, discard a card. Draw 2 cards and create a white 1/1 white soldier token. So there is something we can do with soldier tokens, but what does this say? Let's do the soldier tokens. It's 3-drop, so it's a little close, but the tokens with that one girl. It's either that or Oliphant. We've got 2 Oliphants already. We'll get that. Might want to get the Borrow Blade, but we need creatures, so never mind. Creatures again. I could do Great Hall, actually. Nah. We'll keep going. Trample. Can't block unless you control. I mean, I guess. We'll probably throw that out, though. It's not going to make the cut. Mushroom Watchdogs. Alright, let's see what we got. We have things we're not going to play. As far as creatures. Nimble Hobbit. We've got plenty of low drops. We don't need more than that. This one's not bad. Creates a token when it enters the battlefield. That helps us scry. With... which one was it? There was a creature in here that scries when you do that. Can't remember. Oh, Rosie. I'm sorry. Rosie, whenever you create a token, put a +1/+1 counter on something other than Rosie. So with Rosie out, that'll help that. And then Swift Savior blinks a creature you have. So we'll try to see that when it comes back, but that's not our main focus. Whenever you scry, +1/+0 can't be blocked. That's pretty neat. Draw 3 cards, and it has island cycling? That's kind of cool. I like that. Amass Orcs, we're not doing that. Alright, so I think we do Nimrodal. Nimrodal. And then an instant speed, put target creature into its owner's library second from the top. That's kind of annoying. I would only play something like that if I was also countering spells, which we're not really doing. Ooh! Windlord. That helps our other birds, which I don't know if we have any. Let's double check. Birds. No birds. Okay. So it costs 2 less. If you've drawn 2 or more cards, that happens pretty easily, and it'll give itself vigilance. Oh, did we get that? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. What else can we get? Flash when this enters the battlefield, scry 1. I kind of like that. Add 1 mana only for instant spells. Not that great. Fog on the Borrow Downs is cool, but not really what we're focused on. Now let's take a look at our creature count. 17. We just hit our mark. How about another Windlord? That seems good to me. The Grey Havens. Enters the battlefield, scry 1. Tap, add 1 mana of any color among legendary creature cards in your graveyard. That's interesting. The bird is good, but the land fixing. Let's get the land fixing and hope that we see the bird come back around, because we saw the first bird come around, so maybe people won't pick it. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a soldier token. That'll help with Rosie. So I think we do that. Everything else is kind of meh. Maybe I would pick Inherited Envelope if that comes back around. Stalwarts or Bewitching Leechcraft, but we have 2 of those already. Let's grab Stalwarts. Higher CMC creature base. Stalwarts again. Yeah, the rest is meh. What is this? Borrow Blade, 1-drop 1. Whenever a equipped creature blocks or becomes blocked by that creature, it loses all abilities. That could be useful for, like, when you're playing things against Death Touch and all that. But we need creatures. So Stalwarts, Knights of Dol Amroth. This is another. Draw your second card each turn. Gets a +1/+1 counter. we're going to have a pretty solid deck when this is done. Okay. No creatures to choose from. Put a creature on top, draw 3 cards, or target creature gets +3/+2. It'll also gain trample. I think maybe nah, we'll do this. More damage, combat tricks. I was thinking maybe the draw 3 might be cool. Scry 1, then draw a card. This ability costs 1 less for each legendary. Some scry all the time, and we have 2 Nimrodal, so we'll do that. Mirror of Galadriel. Add 1 mana of any color because that's the only one that we can use in our color scheme. Knots is okay. And let's see what we get left on the last card. Elven Farsight. Yo. Love that card. Okay. I can't believe that made it all the way around that many times. Alright, we'll get rid of that. Let's get rid of the obvious. We got 22 creatures, 14 non. So let's get rid of everything that is not a creature. Then we will curate our creature list. And then we'll add what we think is worth putting in. Let's see. Inherited envelope, that's probably definitely going to be in there. The land destruction, I might put in. It's not amazing, but we could. Okay. 22 creatures. Nothing else. Whenever you scry, cool. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 3 or sack of food. We're not building food tokens. Let's get rid of it for now. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend it to cast instant or sorcery spell. Not entirely awesome. Draw your second card. Create a 1/1 human. Okay. Rosie, cool. That's with tokens. Draw a card, discard a card. That helps us draw our second card each turn. Elrond. Whenever you scry. Flash, ETB scry. Create a token. Second card, draw stuff. Can't block unless you control a goblin or orc. You go. That doesn't work. Elwyn, Fearless Knight, great. Stalwarts, we got 3 of them. Shadowfax, cool. Oliphant's good. Windlord's good. Creature count 19. We could try to trim 2 creatures. Our CMC average is a 3.9. That's a little bit high for the creatures. So we could get rid of an Oliphant and a Stalwarts. And I think that would be a really good trade there. Because the Stalwarts is a 5-drop 4/3 ETB ring temp. Cool. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this. Also valuable. But I think that that'll help the CMC the most. Get rid of one of those. Oliphant's good. It's got mountain cycling though. So it might be better to have Oliphant than Stalwarts. Stalwarts is a 4/3. Oliphant is just 1 more CMC. And whenever this attacks, another creature gets +2/+0 and gains trample. This also has trample. So Oliphant is better than Stalwarts. So what if we did that? 17 creatures, average CMC is 3.8, but if I just take these out real quick, average CMC is 3.5. So that, taking it out puts it at a 3.5. If you think about it as a 1-drop, it lowers it even more. So that's really like a 3-4. That's much better. And we get 17 creatures, 17 lands. Pretty even split with Azurius here, really close, and just a little splash of mountain. So now we'll look at the sideboard and see which 6 cards do we want to put in for our non-creature spells. Excuse me. The obvious choice here, Storm of Saruman. It's got Ward 3, so it's gonna be hard to remove. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it. Second spell means any spell. Creature spells are spells too, so that would just copy creatures that have ETBs and do a lot more stuff. I think that that's smart. So we'll put that in. Scroll of Gainswalker, 3-drop, gain control of up to 1 target artifact for as long as you control this. Ring temps you. So if somebody has an equipment, we can take that for a little bit. Tap up to 2 target creatures, put a stun counter on them. That's amazing. Draw a card for each. Yeah, that's in. 4 more. Lost Isle Calling. Whenever you scry, put a verse counter. Cool. 6, exile this. Draw a card for each verse counter on it. Exile this, and then if it had 7 or more counters on it, take an extra turn. That's valuable too. It's not likely you'll get that to happen, but that's still cool. We're not doing green. We could do these. What is this? 5 tap, scry 1, but it's cheaper for every legendary that you have, and I think we have a lot of legendary. Let's take a look. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6. It's not that great, so we could deal without this. It is scry 1, then draw a card. That's pretty powerful. It does help us draw a second card each turn. It does also help us scry, which are the 2 mechanics that we're using. And even if it was 3, if I had 1 legendary out, which is pretty decent odds with that. 4 tap, scry 1, draw a card, with that being the focus, is not terrible. We have some mana fixing down here. Tap 1, adds 2 mana of any colors, that helps us. This one, add 1 mana of any color among legendary cards, creature cards, in your graveyard, that helps too. We've only got 3 more to put in. Out the gate, I'm thinking 2 Leechcraft, because that just taps something and it doesn't untap, right? Tap enchanted creature. If it has a +1/+1 counter on it, you can remove that and untap them. Otherwise, it stays tapped and helps us draw from the other stuff. And then you cannot pass. I mean, right there. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Slip on the ring. Exile creature. So blink something and ring temp. Do I have any good ETBs? I have a couple create tokens. But aside from that, it's not amazing. Some flash, ETB, scry, create a token, ETB, ring temp, ETB. This says haste when it attacks, that's different. When it attacks, okay. Okay, so I don't really have that many ETBs, so slip on the ring's not that great. You cannot pass is amazing. Destroy target creature that blocked or was blocked by oh, never mind, hold on. Destroy target creature that blocked or was blocked by a legendary creature this turn. Destroy target creature that blocked or was blocked by a legendary. So that's actually not as good as I thought. I misread that. Because it's playing off a legendary. I've only got 6. So that's a useless card in my hand unless I'm trying to protect a legendary card I have, which ain't that many. So we're going to lose that one. Let's put 2 of those in, and we need 1 more. It might even be Hithland Knots. Tap a creature, scry, and draw. We're doing scry, we're doing draw. Mirror of Galadriel. Doesn't do anything when I play it for a turn 2. We're at a 3/6. That CMC's getting a little high. Huh. I'm thinking Hithland Knots might be better. Ooh, we could put in destroy target land. And creatures without flying can't block this turn. That's kind of an FU card. You know? Like, I don't think I've seen anybody play that, but destroy target artifact or land, so get rid of an equipment. There are plenty of those in the set. Or one of their lands that they really need. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. So even if they get a bunch of a board state, but they didn't pick any flyers, they just can't block, and you walk up in there. We'll put that in. Average CMC is a 3.6. We've got 17 creatures, 6 others, 17 lands. Mainly island, little bit of plains, and a little bit of mountain. 6, little bit. I mean, okay. So we've got 5, 11, 16, 17. Okay. We've got some mana fixing here. The 4, I hate the 4. But Storm of Saruman, that's difficult. Maybe we put in an inherited envelope just to get the ring temp and add 1 mana of any color. Huh. We could always sideboard in this card if we think that they're not going to have, because this is traditional. So we could always sideboard this in if we don't see any flyers. Let's do that. That'll help with our mana fixing a little bit. Whoa, wait a minute. Did it bump it down to 3 for real after I did that? No way. Alright, so I've got 15, 16, 17. Alright, so those are the lands. Oh, man. 6. Alright, so 5 plains, 6 islands, 4 mountains. That's so rough. But if I end up with 2 mountains, I'm kind of boned. We'll keep that for now. We'll change it if we need to. Double check real quick. 17 creatures, 6 non. Average CMC 3.6. This is okay. 17 lands. We'll roll with this. Let's see how we do. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's rock and roll. This is okay. It's a little... We don't have our planes, but we can tap and add it by turn 2. So I'm going to keep this. It seems weird, but... Oh, wow. Look at those sleeves. When this enters the battlefield, scry 1. I like that. Do that. We don't need that. We got plenty of land. Land for 1, okay. Nice. There's our land that we need. Next turn, I'll do Scroll of Isildur and take their equipment just to have it. What is this? I have it right there. Why won't this let me play it? 2 and... I have it right here. What? Y'all see this, right? This game is messing up here. I have the open mana. 1, 2, 3. There's the 3 mana. Why won't it let me play it? Yo, what? Oh, only to cast legendary spells. Oh, didn't read that correctly. That's my fault. That's a whoops. Yikes. I'm so dumb. Okay, well, now I'll do it. Take that. Wait, what? I don't understand. Maybe I have control of it, but I still need to equip it? That's so weak. Oh, I've so many misplays here. So many misplays. Ugh. Okay. I will tap, I guess, this and this. Land for turn. Add 2 mana, any combination of colors spent only to cast legendary. Alright, so we'll draw at least 2 cards from that. We're gonna get hit for 3. I'll gain 3 from the food token. We might be able to pull this off, but I have a feeling we're just gonna get boned because I'm dumb. Give it first? No, give it vigilance. There you go. Pass, no blocks. What do you have? Second mana passing, now we'll do it. Back up to 8, that's a little rough. Draw a card for each tap. Cool. Land for turn. This will create a token. And this says whenever you scry, okay. We might be able to get some kind of a board state to block, but that's assuming that they don't do anything. Put a +1/+1 counter on something. How about the 3/3 so we could stop the 2/4 from attacking? And no attacks. I'll try to swing with Nimrodal next turn and give it the Inherited Envelope's ring tempt. Alright, so I'll have to keep that in mind. When you gain control of an artifact, it's still equipped to their thing, unless it's not equipped. What was this? Oh, we lost her. And it's, what is it? 4th from the top. Yikes. 5/4 first strike. No trample though, so we'll sack the 1/1. I'm okay with that. I can do Oliphant, swing with Protector of Gondor. 3, tap for 5. Huh. If I do envelope, I can tap for 5. Huh. But I do want them to block it. Let's do this. Let's just see if they block. I mean, at this point, I don't expect to win this matchup because I just boned it real hard in the beginning. But we'll try. Looks like they can tap, add a +1/+1 to everything. I'm gonna wait one more turn. I think I can hold out one more turn. Six-5, first strike, probably. Swinging. Yep. We'll sack Nimrodal. They got 2 cards in hand, 1 food token, 2 open mana. Definitely do not want to take that 6. And they just sacked it ahead of time, so they're not showing any kind of tricks. Huh. Let's do this. Could do Shadowfax, Inherited Envelope. Make Shadowfax the ring bearer. It won't be able to be blocked by the 5/4. And if it's blocked by the other ones, it can at least trade. That's interesting. We'll try that. Put a little bit of heat on them. Let's see. +2/+0. If I put the +2 on it, the 5/4 will block it. Oh, but it has to be an other creature that I control. Ah, screw it. Let's do trample. Discard a card. Guess I'll get rid of the mountain. And put a creature card with lesser power on the battlefield. Oh, I thought it was CMC. What? Tapped and attacking? Oh, Windlord's getting out there. Did not know that. I thought it was CMC. So we've got 16 damage going at them. If they don't have anything else and they swing, they can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd be at 2, and then I could do lethal. So they're probably gonna block something here. That would be 6, 7, 8, 9. Chop the 6, take 3, go to 5. Now they can't even do that. I chopped the 5/4. Looks like we might be doing lethal next turn. That was surprising. At this point, I'll take the 5. Right? Go down to 3. The only downside to Shadowfax bringing in Windlord is Windlord has Vigilance, but it comes in tapped and attacking, so that's where it's just kind of ETB, create a food token, sure. Whenever you create a food token, put a +1/+1 counter on something. Alright. So I'll put a +1/+1 counter on the bird. Let's play this. And now I could still sack and gain life through the food token. If I swing with the 4/4, the 5/4 cannot block it. The 4/4 can. So maybe it's best to just swing over the top for 5, wait next turn, do it again. Because it's guaranteed. If I swing with Oliphant, they could chop it in some fashion. They don't already have flying. Let's do that. That one's pretty good. If I swing with the 4/4, the 5/4 cannot block it. So they block with the 4/4. And then if I also swing with the 6/4, if I swing with the 6/4, the 4/4 chops with the 1/1, 6/4 tramples over 2, 4/4 has to be blocked there. We'll play it safe. We'll swing with 1/5/5, Vigilance over the top. We have our whole board to block, and they're on a 1-turn clock. That's a little spicy, but we somehow have made that work. Pump everything. Yep. So I'm looking at a 3/5, 6/5, and a 5/5. 6/5 is gonna have first strike, but no trample. So I'll chop it with the 2/3. Ooh, it's an 8/8 now. Okay. Fast. Chop 6/5 with 2/3. Chop the 8/8 with a 1/1. There are no trample. What is this? 3 is number of legendaries. Okay, cool. Good game. Here we go. Whew. That was a little spicy, but we ended up getting that one out. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay. Do we want to sideboard anything? Not that I can think of. I mean, maybe the tap draw card scry one, but we just didn't get a good hand in the beginning. That, and I just wasn't thinking about those lands, but we'll roll with what we got. We'll see how we do. Come on, good hand, baby. Good hand. I mean, I'll play with that. We'll have to work towards playing Shadowfax, but we could do it. Looks like they're still waiting to see if they want to keep that hand. Come on. Do something. Try one. That's a mountain. We need a mountain. I'll keep it there. Heck yeah. Fetch basic land, put it in their hand, and create a food token. It's a nice play. Let's do... we don't need a mountain until a little bit later. Let's get our plains, then our island. We'll play captain, then we'll play Rosie. Captain. We will put a +1/+1 on this and swing with it. I don't see them blocking. Make more food tokens. Okay, that'll get +2. Get hit for 5. No block. Definitely put on the pressure here. Swing with those two. Put a 2/3 out. Be able to draw a lot next turn. Sweet. They're down to 10. They may think about staying back and blocking. If they do swing, I mean, max is 5. We'll go down to 10, and then can we do 10? We can do 10, so they wouldn't swing out. I mean, if they do, they have the food tokens, but we got 1 food token, so. Shadowfax doing work. 4/5. Trample, ring temp on the 3/2. It can be blocked by the 1/1 they chose to pass. I might want to keep that so I can draw a discard a card. Let's do that. Draw a discard. I'll discard the mountain. Play a plains for turn. I think we have a 6-drop now. We can play that. Cool. So we're covered on what we can and can't play in the deck. Let's put a +1/+1 on. I guess Shadowfax so we can get through that 5/5. So if I swing with the 5/5 and they don't block it, they're basically hurting for the next turn. They got 4 cards in hand. I am going to be a little dusty here. Swing with a 3/4, a 5/5, and this 2/1. Kind of have an overwhelming board state. We could swing out next turn if they don't play creatures. Double block. Sweet. Cool with that. Get rid of the legendary first, not that it matters. I'll trade it all around there. Cool. They got a 4/5. They can gain 6 life. Put them at 14. Get hit for 4. Go down to 11. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Close. Trying to. Okay. They're just knocking it out right now. Okay, cool. Draw a card, discard a card. This is going to be good. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 human soldier token. That means I'll create a token. I'll put a +1/+1 counter on something else. All from, it doesn't matter what I draw. As long as they don't remove that. No attacks, we're just going to sit tight and use Rosie, Captain, and Prince to make that happen over and over. Now they could swing with a 6/7, but it does open them up to some problems. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They could swing. I'm not going to stop them if they swing. That's the move. Go ahead and gain some life. No blocks. Sweet. We're going to draw our second card each turn, creating a token, creating a +1/+1 counter. Let's put it on the... I could put it on a soldier token, swing with those two, and that would help. At least get the damage in, because then that's 7 damage across. That's 2 turn clock. This has an ETB, gain control of an artifact, but they'll sack it in response to me gaining it. I don't think that I'll be able to take it. If I do, I'm going to gain 3 life, but they're going to sack it right now. I can only target that one. Before that resolves, they'll sack it. Wow, they didn't? My ring bearer will be... He can't be blocked by creatures with power greater than it. So whatever, we'll make this the ring bearer. This is until, for as long as I control this, so I can sack that later. For now, I will swing. Three, 3, 2, 2. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. 2, 2. Alright, so there's our 7. They're probably not going to block with a 1/1, but they could. Oh, never mind. There's that bow action. They're going to get rid of the 2/2 Prince. Oh, never mind. Untap. Oh, it untaps it. That's disgusting. Alright, well then the 3/3's gone, I think. Oh no, they're going for the 2/2. Alright. So they'll get hit for 5. Next turn I'll tap them both down and hit them for a bunch. That might have actually ruined them. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that he should have blocked the 3/3. Up for debate though. I don't know what they have in their hand. 3 cards. And they're fighting Rosie. Yikes. Draw 2 cards. Ooh, good play. I like that. That was a good play. They encouraged a fight that created a food token and them to draw 2 cards. They're gonna get vigilance, but I don't think they read what my card does. And they just used their mana to get a basic land and create a food token. I don't know if they played a land. If they didn't play a land, that's fine, that works. Seven, 9 first strike, okay. No blocks. I'm just going to take the 7. Down to 8. They're going to be tapped. And they're going to stay tapped for a whole nother turn. So I'm just going to walk across. They've got 1 land in their hand. They can't block. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. Good game. They've only got 1 mana open. So ETB ring tap. Put it on the 3/3. Draw a card, discard a land. Cool. That was a fun one. Ooh, that enchantment is so good. Yes, I enjoyed the match. That was awesome. So we got our first dub there. We will continue. The first game of that round was very rough. I did not read that card correctly at all, but that worked out for us. Play first? You already know. They should have an option where it just selects, do you always want to play first? So I don't have to keep asking you. Free drop, we could play that. Mountain cycling, we could have our other mountain. But we need a plains. Definitely need a plains. I am gonna say no. That's better. Okay, let's just see what we draw into this. I wonder what kind of deck they're playing. Looks like mono white so far. That could change. This is a 3/2 flash scry that'll help this. Membas. Okay. Whenever this or another creature enters the battlefield, scry 1. So we'll play this, then we'll play the flashy flash. Scry. I kind of want to keep that horse because it's so good. So we'll keep that because we already know what we're playing next turn. What is this? 2 tap, gain 3 life, put it in. Shuffle it into your library. Okay. Did they get a 3rd land? 20 to 19. My opponent's got the edge right now. 3rd land drop. Playing the farmer. Getting the food token. Get a +1/+1 to Esquire. I'm sorry, +2/+2. Is this also a food token? It is. Limbus does count as a food token. So that is no blocks. I could do flashy flash on their turn. Or tap down the farmer, swing with the 3/2. I think I'll do the flash on their turn. No attacks. Let's see what they do. 4 cards in hand. Well, 5 now. 4th land down, 4 cards in hand. They're going to use that mana for food tokens, or they're going to play something else. Inherited envelope, make a ring bearer. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power, so they absolutely could swing with both. Okay. Before declare blocks, I'll flash in. Get 2 scry things. Land, add 2 mana of any combination. Only for legendary. View battlefield. That could be useful. It's a land though, so we'll keep it. Scry again, and I'll keep it. I am gonna take 3, but then I think I'll do 6, and we'll be kind of right where we're at. Well, oh yeah, because I can't block the 1/1, so no block. They can sack a food token with envelope or Lembus. Do they draw with that too? I don't remember. Okay, that doesn't really help me right now. If I do 6, then they do 3, then I do 6, then they do 3. I might want to wait. I could keep the farmer down with Bewitching Leechcraft, but since I don't know what I'm about to draw and I need at least 1 more mana to do Shadowfax, I'm gonna say I'll sit tight and see what they play. It's really up to whatever they play. If they play something that's awesome, tap it down. Keep it down. You know what I mean? So, if we just keep that pattern, I'll beat them by 1. But they do have a food token, so that does change it up a little bit. Scry 1. Let's keep it there. Play the horse. Ooh, they returned it to my hand? That's even better for me. Because now I might be able to play something else. Swing for 6, put them down to 11. They might sack their food token now. Down to 14. I'm okay with that. 4 cards in hand. They can hit me for 3. They've got 5 open mana. Or 5 mana that they could spend. I'm trying to think of what they could play. They might be able to play the birds, but I think that's a 6 drop. The 4/4 vigilance. Other birds get vigilance. Swinging for just the 1. Drawing a card, discarding a card. What do they discard? Shall not pass. Alright, so we will play land for turn. This is a 5 drop, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I play this and then Bewitching Leechcraft, I could actually copy Shadowfax. So I'll do Bewitching Leechcraft, Shadowfax, Shadowfax. So let's do Storm of Saruman. No counter, no counter, no counter. Oh, return target spell to my hand, they draw a card. There is some value in that. No attacks. Birds. Okay, now I gotta get moving. Counter target creature spell. Interesting. We did get our land. It's a little bit late. If I do Saruman now, I could do Leechcraft and Shadowfax next turn. If I draw a creature, that might be enough for lethal. If I don't do this, I get hit for 5. I go down to 3. Let's do Saruman. Just get that on the field. No attacks. We hope to do a really big swing next turn. Oh no, they did it to me. I'd have to chop. I could go down to 1. It's not ideal, but it's a move. Let me think about that. If I chop, they've got a 4/4 and a 1/1. I could play Shadowfax and copy Shadowfax. Puts me down to 3. I'd have no other blocker. Or I could take the 7 and go to 1. If I take the 7 and go to 1, they can just walk through with Esquire. I'd have to draw a creature. How am I going to do 14 damage? I could do, put that down, swing with a 4/4. If I have another creature in my hand, swing with another, but that's asking a lot. So it's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus whatever. It might be worth just blocking this. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could take an extra turn. So if I draw a land, I could take an extra turn. Oh, that's so risky. No blocks. We're going down to 1. Combat tricks? Nope. Ooh. Oh, we got a creature. Okay. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1. Alright. So I could put a creature, but we need to copy a creature. And it wouldn't be legendary. Alright, so we'll do... Ooh, this is spicy. I didn't get a land. So while I could copy... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh, wait a minute. Exile, draw a card for each verse counter on it. If it had 7 or more verse counters, take an extra turn. So we can't take an extra turn. Let's do this. We're going to tap down the 4/4 flyer. That's a problem that needs solving right now. We actually can't do anything about that 1/1 walking over. So while I can put the 4/4 down and copy it and play Prince, that's not going to help us. It's not enough damage. It's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Choose a creature to be my ring bearer. I guess this one. I didn't get to draw anything though, so. That's crazy though. I like the way that that plays out. So that is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's not lethal anyway, but they're blocking. They'll swing by with the 1-1. That's it. Good game. We got them down pretty far. Those food tokens they had early on. That's what kind of got us on that one. Made all that time. Wasn't really a great hand, but better than the original hand we had for sure. I like how the copy doesn't leave at the end step. The Sauron's whatever thing. Storm of Saruman. Because that keeps growing your board state. Excuse me, which is amazing. Let's see, is there anything in there that we weren't using? Not really. Just wasn't a good pull. Alright, we're down 1-0 this one. Let's keep going. See if we can get this one back. Play first. We're one away from that being useful. Why not? We'll keep... Land for turn, pass. Nice, is this scry? It is scry. I like me some scry. Counterfacts, we'll keep it. Turn 3 envelope. Nimble Hobbit, okay. And then turn 4 we'll do Gondor, because we can't play anything else. We need an island. Ooh. Never mind. Elwyn seems good. Actually, wait, no. Envelope is our island. What am I thinking? I kind of like this. Take their food token from them. And then slowly figure out what they're going to play around that. It's kind of a trolly move, but... So, basically, I'm going to play Eowyn to get rid of whatever problem they're about to play. I'll play Elrond, if nothing, before that. And use Bewitching and Gondor to kind of build my board state. That's at least the plan that I'm having right now. Oh, man. Fourth from the top, that's kind of weak. And they got their food token back. Couldn't even use it. Well then. Gondor, no. Let's do Elrond. That way we can start scrying, figuring out what we're doing here. We'll keep that, and we'll hopefully build that up a bunch. I would do mountain cycling, but because that card's pretty valuable, I'll wait till I draw that. Come on, play something strong. Stronger. Needs to be over a 3. Okay, tap him down. He stays tapped. Hits me for 3. Okay. If I play this, I can't play anything other than Oliphant Mountain Cycling, but that might be worth it. We'll get hit for 6 next turn, puts us down to 6, but we'll have a chance to kind of build things back. Play Shadowfax next turn, put in another creature, probably Protector of Gondor to get more board state, scry a bunch, move, lost Owl Calling pretty high up. That'll be 1, 2, 3, scry 3, that's not bad. Never mind, now I need to slow that down. Well, maybe they block with it, who knows. Alright, can I play the 2 and the 4? I can play the 4 and exile it outright. And that's an ETB, get rid of it, right? Okay, cool. So I'll play Shadowfax, play Elwyn, exile Windlord. And they'll get pro-white so they can walk right through. But that also ruins me, because then I can't block anything for the next turn. Yikes. Okay. So if I play Elwyn and put Leechcraft on the 3/3, play Elwyn, Leechcraft the 3/3, I can exile that. I wanted to do Shadowfax, but we'll have to wait for Shadowfax. Why are they hovering over this? Sacrifice it, creatures get indestructible. Okay. We don't really need the island, so we'll just shuffle that down. That's gone. Put this in. Tap them down. They'll still keep it because they could sack it, give indestructible. Okay. It's cool with me. If I swing now, I'm looking at 3 damage on the swing back. It might be worth just waiting. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Because they're at 20. Not making a big difference. I need to control the board state. Alright, something gets indestructible. I can't stop the 1/3, so they're just gonna keep chipping away. Which one's gonna be the ring bearer here? Whenever ring bearer becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller sacrifices it. Let's do the 1/1. That way, if they swing with the 1/3, they still have to sack it. And that might help us. him here. Yeah, figured. Now, even if it has indestructible, that doesn't matter. If you sack it, you sack it. They're trying to get rid of Shadowfax? Was that an oops? Looks like an oops. Misplay. That's awesome. Okay. They were smart enough not to swing though, because I could block and just handle that. So I can sack this, but I want to get that up to 7. Let's see. Draw a card for each verse counter. So I could sack it and draw 4 cards, or I could try to do an extra turn. Extra turn is good, but it's not amazing. So I guess I'll sack it, draw 4, swing, and put the 2/2 down. Whenever you draw your second card, so... Oh, but I won't have enough. Well, let's do it anyway. Now we've got more stuff to play. Swing with a 4/4. 3/4 I could do, but that's kind of risky. So I'll swing with the 4/4 and then put Prince out. Then I'll put Captain out so I can do the Scry, +1/+1 counter, all that stuff. Well, I don't have her out yet, but Oliphant's good to draw right now. Blocking the 1/3. Oh, I forget it's tapped and attacking. That sucks. Whenever you scry, it gets +1, so that'll be a quick 3 damage, and it can't be blocked. I could chop the 3/3 with the Ring Bearer, and then they have to sack it. Whenever your Ring Bearer becomes blocked by a creature... Oh, never mind. At the end of combat. So it's not being blocked. Never mind, I had that wrong. Ooh. I guess I'll block it with the 3/4 and hope that it dies. They probably got a combat trick, because I don't know why they would have done that. That worked out. Let's do Oliphant. Try. We'll keep that. I'll play this. I'll move in Nimrodel. Counter. Turn to my hand, you monster. Okay. Swing with a 4/4. 3/2. 3/3. And the 2/1. ETB Scry. Keep it. Now it can't be blocked. I guess I'll make the Shadowfax Ring Bearer. So now if it hits Shadowfax, can't block him now. What's up? So if Shadowfax hits them, they lose 3. That's 7, 10, 16 damage. I like that. Search your library for a legendary creature card, put it in your hand, then shuffle. They have the birds, but that's too expensive for 3. We pulled that one out. How about that? Give him vigilance, I guess. I'll still block with the 1/1 if I need to. Guess I'll discard that. Yeah. They were toast there. That was a really nice play. Really good combination there. Game 3, matchup 2. I think we made a really good deck. This is, of all the decks that I've made with the Lord of the Rings Middle Earth set, I think this American Scry combination is really good. But obviously it's based on the cards that you draw, so obviously play with what you got. But this strategy rocks. That's not a keep. Well, I guess I'll keep this. And we'll just try to draw into it with Captain. Get rid of that. Okay. We'll do island, island, lost. Play the third land, and then play Captain. So they just wanted to flash in Samwise? Okay. Vigilance, cool. I will scry. I'll keep. I will play. Guess. Nimrodel? That way, whenever they play something that we can't deal with, we can use Leechcraft on it. Like that. That's something you want to tap down. Vigilance on the 2/4, swing the 2/4. I'll just block. First strike, okay. Interesting choice. If I tap one, draw a card, discard, that's 5 mana, that's not enough. Because this is 2 less when you've drawn another card. So, we will play 2 things. We will play Nimrodel. And Leechcraft on the 3/3 just to make it annoying. They don't need to sack it. If they sack it, that's great for us. No attacks. If we draw a land, that is ideal for us. Let's see what they do with that. They probably have something, but it's okay. We got another Captain if they buff it. Ooh. Okay. 2. And another Leech. Excellent. Okay. We'll hold on to the Leech because they're not doing too much damage. Play Captain. Right back to where we were. No attacks. Let's see if they can do it again. 3 cards in hand. 4 open mana. They literally did it again. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous. Same thing. Alright. I get hit for 4, no blocks. That's a little ridiculous. Just a little bit. Let's do Leechcraft on the Ring Bearer, I guess, just to slow them down. They have to do another ring temp just to move that around. I guess that's the most, or the more annoying move there. No attacks. Where are my creatures at? Oh, I need creatures. First strike. Or Vigilancy, actually. 3/5 Vig. Alright, no blocks. Down to 9. This is a very slow and painful game. I have no other choice but to play this. Ring Temp. And whenever you draw a second card, which we're not doing right now, so. Ring Bearer. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. I guess Stalwarts. No attacks. We are slowly getting beat on this one. 20-9. They got a food token. They just removed Stalwarts. That's... oh, that's game, pretty much. I'll take 4, down to 5. Combat trick? No, I think it's waiting on them to sack that food token, if anything. Yikes, we still didn't get the other mana. I mean, if I Mountain Cycle... hold on, let's think about this. Discard this card, search your library, reveal it, put it in your hand. So if I put it into my hand, it doesn't count as drawing, which means that's not going to let me play the Windlord. Oh, and I don't have enough to play that either? Alright, well then I might as well Mountain Cycle, just to get it. See how that didn't let me play Windlord? Because it said put. No attacks. Just gonna slowly dwindle here. Ring Bearer. They're gonna move it. Yeah, there you go. Vigilance whenever it attacks, draw a card, discard a card. What are they discarding? Oh, planes. Cool. If I block this turn, next turn I'm useless because I can only block 1. That'll put me down to 3. Well, it's not terrible. So if I play Windlord, it's got Vigilance. I could block, get rid of one of them, go another turn. I'd be at 1 or I'll be at 3. It's not a very big difference. And by chopping, I'm not doing any damage, so no blocks. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be a very tight game for me. Oh, pumpable? Do they have something? No, they chose not to. Okay. Four vigilance here. Not seeing what else they're gonna do. Okay. Land for turn, might as well. No attacks. Do they have something to tap it down? Oh, that's it. Good game. Oh, they had, what was that? Hobbit Sting. They just had a bunch of those. That's a good card, too. No attacks. That's it. Good game. And chop 2-4, I guess. Very good game. Tough though. Thought we could have won that one. On to matchup number 3. Let's see how we do. Oop, daily quests are done. We got a pack. We'll open that up later. We already have 250 in one pack. We're going for those 1,000 gems though. That's the goal. At least 2 wins. Alright. I guess we keep this. The captains help Knights of Dol Amroth. And pass. We'll basically play America and then go from there. Ooh, is it? Oh, maybe they are also an American deck. Who knows? No, they are Grixis. Counter? Oh, we... Choose an opponent. Then look at the top 4 cards of your library and separate them into face down pile and a face up. Put 1 pile in your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Ring temps. I mean, I guess I'll give them a bunch of lands and just try to outplay them. Yeah. Because either way, I'm just giving them a land and something, so I'd rather give them nothing. And just a bunch of lands. Okay. Knights of Dol Amroth. And then I guess next turn we could play Protector and just try to build our board. They're gonna remove it. Oh, 3 damage. Yikes. Okay. How about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way they have to remove 2 things. Maybe make it a little slower. Looks like it wasn't slow at all. Okay. How about an Oliphant? Do they have enough to burn it? Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? X damage to target creature or X number instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard, which is apparently plenty. It was 7. Excess damage dealt to the controller instead. That's why I got hit for 3. Okay, buddy. That wasn't nice. Let's see if the spell damage was worth not having a board state. Here we go again. How about an Oliphant? Did you get another one of those? Okay, so now Oliphant can't attack or block. They're going to create a 6/6 flyer that we will do Leechcraft to when this creature dies. Okay, so we can just sit tight then. Wait, what is this? Can't block, so it can still attack? Fantastic. I thought it said couldn't attack or block, and I was like, there we go. That'll work. Yeah. We're just gonna roll with that again. Alright, we're up 1. We need 1 more. Looks like they don't have any creatures. Very big mistake. You're putting all of your eggs in one basket that is playing spell removal. So all I have to do is have too many creatures for you to remove. This is them all. We didn't have enough lands. That's keep, and we'll pitch. Polyphons. Because we can't play it. So who's to say we don't not get a mountain anyway? It's possible. Turn 2, lost. Turn 3. Okay. A little 1/1 haste action. Land scry, and then, I mean, we've got our leech crafts. So hopefully we get like a 3-drop here. We did not. Scry. Show me creature. That ain't a creature. We are just getting beat down right now. I am gonna leechcraft the 3/2 just to slow the bleeding here. Ooh, wait a minute. 3/3 and a 1/1. Nah, let's slow the bleeding here. Wow. Oh, okay. Counter and a mask, so now we just got murked this game. Yikes. Let's put out board state to try to hold on another turn. Never mind, that'll do it. Good game on that one. They got a little bit better board state on that one, but yikes. Alright, let's see what we can do. Come on, a good land. Or a good hand. We didn't get anything out of it. Play fast. That might... No, it's not good. That's terrible. But we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna keep the Nimroddles and just try to get through by scrying. I don't think that that's gonna work, but okay. Oh, we can't even play Nimroddle. Alright, so I need to draw a land within 2 turns, or we just lose, basically. Scry, give me a land. Okay, I'll keep it. And play envelope. I have a feeling they're gonna burn that or something. Okay. 3/3 flyer, okay. Swing with the 3/2, do it. Oh, come on. I guess I'll play Storm of Saruman and just try to... Well, I could play Nimroddle and then Leechcraft both of them and tap them down. So no attacks. No blocks. Nimrodel. And now Bewitching Leechcraft, and I'll pick 2 things. It might be a good idea to get rid of the army. It'll keep on tapping, but it'll slowly die. Why not? Let's see if they block with a 3-2, because then that'll help clean up the whole board. No? Okay. No blocks. Swing with one of them. Nice. Alright, so it looks like that first game they just didn't have any creatures out that they played. So, unless they sideboarded in a bunch. I'll chop, take 2. Really no move here. Next turn I could draw a discard. No attacks. And at least next turn I could try to double up on another spell, depending on what it is. Might work. I mean, I've got 7 open mana to use. Seven damage coming in. Do they have more? Good game. Oh, oof. All right, let's see what we would have drawn anyway. Fearless Knight. That actually really would have helped, because we would have played 1 for 2. Fearless Knight for a second, exile, or exile 1, the 5/5. The 2/4 wouldn't have gone anywhere, but at least it wouldn't be swinging on us. Just so much removal. Man. Well, looks like that's it. Let's open up our packs and see what we got. Just 250. No good. Alright, let's see what we got. We got first pack. Reprieve. 2-drop. Return spell to its owner's hand. Draw a card. We saw that earlier. Moria Marauder. 2-drop. 1/1 double strike. Goblin or Orc you control deals combat damage to a player. Exile the top. You could play it. That's kind of eh. And Old Man Willow. 4-drop. PT equal to the number of lands you control. That's pretty good. When it attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or a token, like a food token or something like that. And you can only do that once a turn. So that's kind of cool, but the PTs of the cards that are out right now are pretty strong, so that's not like a really awesome thing. Arwen Undomniel. Simic 2/2, whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. That's awesome. 6 pump scry. Not amazing. Orcish Bowmasters. That's 2-drop, 1/1 flash at ETB. And whenever an opponent draws a card, except for the first one, deals 1 damage to any target, then amass Orcs 1. That's actually really good, because of how many times somebody else draws a card off of the Ring Bearer when you have Ring Temp 2 or more. They're going to deal 1 damage to any target, and their army gets bigger each time you swing with that. So it'll stop you from swinging. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, Mushroom Watchdogs. Come on now. That one's pretty solid. That is going to do it for this video, though. As always, I appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. watch these games, get those gains, walk those planes. Until next time, deckheads, keep it easy.